Okay, I'm at the Concern Kalashnikov outlet here in Moscow, and I have with me a surprise guest I want to introduce you to. That's Vladimir Onokoy. He's the man you've seen firing the AK-203 on all those amazing videos, and Vladimir is going to show us.
Unlike weapons that based on M16, it has a folding stock, so it's easier to carry. Originally was designed for paratroopers. Again, notice that there is almost no recoil, despite the fact that a lot of people think that this round is actually too powerful. We'll talk in details about the rail system, how certain types of scopes are secured and how reliable it is. We know that AK is famous all around the world, and I heard a lot of great things from Indian side about this weapon because it's actually used in Indian Army and Special Forces extensively. What are some of the improvements we could make to the AK? 200 series is something that was originated at our factory. It wasn't a requirement from somewhere else. It's basically what we as a factory, having all of the experience that we have, what we wanted to do with an AK. First of all the modern scopes and all the modern accessories such as red dots, lasers to use your weapon at night. Additional lights, because a big problem for many special forces, they have to identify the target before they shoot. And you must have a light. Without a light, the weapon is useless. Here, as we can see, we have standard rails on all four sides, on the sides, on top, on the bottom, so you can use any accessories that you already have. You don't have to buy them from a specific manufacturer. They're universal, so if you already have certain accessories, and from my personal experience working with NSG units, they have a lot of accessories. They can already use them with AK-203. Another complaint that some people had was the ergonomics. That's why we have collapsible stock. You can adjust the length of the stock. If you're tall, you need a longer stock. If you're short, if you're using a body armor, you might want to use a short stock. There is a more ergonomic pistol grip with finger grooves. There is a different safety mechanism that you can just use with your finger. There's no need to break the contact with a pistol grip. Just use your index finger. It's very easy, very comfortable, and allows you to do it much faster. One of the main improvements is the rail here. As we saw, it's very easy to open it. You don't need to learn anything new, and that's another advantage of this platform, because the most important weapon is the knowledge, the skills, and the training that the soldier has. When you give him AK-203, it doesn't take a month to train him for a new weapon. He already knows how to use it. In fact, it's even easier because normally the dust cover detaches and you have to have a skill to put it back correctly. Here, there is no skill is required at all, and it's a very stable platform. Again, handguard with a heat shield inside, four rails. You can detach the rails on the sides. And last but not least, compensator. We can see that the recoil, even with this compensator, is minimal, but primarily it's not the compensator, it's a flash hider, because when you're using it with night vision, you can blind your night vision if your flash is too powerful. So those are the main improvements on AK-203. Something you cannot see here is the improved barrel. We took, after participating in many different trials all around the world, we took all the experience that we have and improved the barrel, improved the quality. We made the tolerances much tighter, so generally there would be another video, you can watch it on the internet, where I do the accuracy test of this weapon. And it's about 25-30% more accurate than the normal AK, which again is more than enough for an assault rifle. And again, we can provide different magazines. We can provide different magazines if somebody requires more firepower. For example, security units. For example, Russian President security, they use AK-103 and they might switch to AK-203, but what they do is they use high-capacity drum magazines. Because as a security unit, you don't run around, you don't have to be in the mountains. What you want to have is as much firepower as possible. That's why right now, if the client requires, we can offer this 50-round quad stack magazine. And obviously we're offering other accessories, depending on the requirement of the customer. And again, there is still a lot of information that's classified about the deal. So if Indian side would want some other features on this gun, we would obviously provide that, but this is, the basic gun, just as reliable as an AK, more accurate, and has all the ergonomic features that are required from the modern weapons. Now, it's fixed in place until you push down this lever, and there we go. We never really demonstrated this magazine before, only once at IDEX exhibition, so again, it's a good opportunity to take a good look at it because it's compatible with previous generations of the AKs. So if somebody wants more firepower, you can even use it with older generations that you already have.
It's a 50 round magazine.
Yes, 50 round magazine. Of automatic weapons, it's AK-203, some earlier modification 9mm VTES, which is a Special Forces weapons. AK-12, AK-100 series, so just some of the stuff we produce right now. And on that side, civilian weapons. Saigas, based on the AK design, and also some hunting shotguns. Right now, we are in Kalashnikov headquarters in Moscow, one of the main meeting rooms that we have. It's not as big as the collection we have in Izhevsk at the factory, but something. So here we have some of the sniper rifles. Dragunov sniper rifle, the original one with a modern polymer handguard and stock. The version with a folding stock made for special forces and airborne forces. Bolt action rifle for special forces, SV-98. Also here you can see some of the other products, boats, robots, some of the chassis for the tracked vehicles.